When I came to Stanford from Stockton, California in 1965 as a freshman, this building did not exist. Saris, this building was constructed in 1972, 3 years after I graduated with honors from the sociology department and enrolled in the doctoral program in 1969 with the support of Elizabeth Cohen. When I came to the Graduate School of Education, James Brown, whose music I actually wrote about in my doctoral dissertation, was at the top of the R&B charts singing, "I don't want nobody to give me nothing, open up the door, I'll get it myself." I'd been active, as has been said, in the student movement that established African and Afro-American studies here when students like me challenged the university to diversify the curriculum, the faculty, and the student body, and to prepare us more effectively to serve our communities. I was seeking solutions to what seemed to be the penultimate practical problem of education for liberation, not assimilation. This meant continuing to struggle for a relevant education, questioning prevailing cultural deficit theory in courses and sometimes in our professors' textbooks and their own research. A significant milestone was when Dean Arthur Coladarchi responded to my many complaints. He didn't say go down the road to San Jose State and study social work, as I had been advised as an undergraduate. Rather, he suggested I should add an additional chapter to my dissertation, which I thought of at the time as punishment. But the dean's suggestion that I write a chapter about the Black sociology of knowledge actually helped me to turn my concerns about biased economic knowledge in the curriculum into rigorous intellectual inquiry from a Black perspective that was missing from the academy at that time. With such interest and support, I forged my identity as a scholar, teacher, and researcher committed to developing usable knowledge, often in partnership with community members. Remember, those were the heady days of confidence building, student-led movements for education transformation. I taught my first sociology courses as an undergraduate in the African American Studies program and at Nairobi College in East Palo Alto, using a critical interdisciplinary Black studies lens that was informed by global struggles for community self-determination. My dissertation research methodology innovatively engaged Ravenswood High School students, teachers, parents, and community members. The Graduate School of Education was a crucible of knowledge, a crossroads of on and off campus, local, and global relationships that nurtured my fierce passion for social change within a solid intellectual foundation. I had already been introduced to Paulo Freire's Pedagogy of the Oppressed, a clarion call for change, but here I had the opportunity to study and work more deeply with people from Brazil who were part of that struggle. I also came to know Caribbean as well as African educators who were studying here, who shared their revolutionary thinking and experiences with us. Connected to Afro-Am, we paid attention to what was happening on the continent of Africa. From a revolutionary anti-colonial film of the era, the political slogan of the Mozambique independence movement became a watchword for some of us, "A luta continua." In Portuguese, the struggle continues. I've been collaborating with Brazilian and African educators since SIDEX students in my classes introduced me to their communities when I was on the faculty here in the 1980s. These experiences informed my work as Director of Teacher Education for 12 years at Santa Clara. Let me conclude by saying how deeply I appreciate this recognition for my career contributions. In 1973, when I finished my dissertation, Aretha Franklin's Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing was at the top of the R&B charts. My son, Dr. Jabari Reeves, was 3 months old and flipped himself over for the first time just as I pulled the last pages of my thesis out of the typewriter. He's here tonight with his family and our 3 grandchildren. Where are you all, kids? All right. When my daughter, Dr. Yetunde Zola Reeves, was born in 1975, I was working as a research associate on a national urban and rural school development program here in the new Ceres building. My assignment, visiting Dayton, Ohio, East Chicago, East St. Louis, and Kankakee, Illinois, to help those communities improve the education of marginalized African American and Appalachian students. The OJs were singing, "You've got to give the people what they want." We're ready for a change. We know that education injustice, including curriculum trauma, continues. I hope this recognition of my contributions to excellence in education encourages all of you, all of y'all, that's what we say in Georgia, and others to change the curriculum for teachers and students, including graduate students and researchers, so that excellence in education is understood to mean Nibombe, know yourself, in the West African language of the Songhai people. That is, excellence through accurate academic knowledge and scholarship for inclusion and belonging for the sake of our humanity. Aluta continua, and thank you.